little big, 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 little. You don't know how long I've been doing this, or which one I even started on, but I'm here now. So hello, welcome to the quiz. Oh, saying big, little a lot makes your eyes go fuzzy, apparently. It might have been that I was looking at the screen going big and little again and again. So sorry about that. That's, now that I think about it, that's probably seizure material, isn't it? That wasn't sensible in the slightest. Hello. I hope everyone's okay. Welcome to the quiz. How are you? Please let me know you're okay. If you are having a reaction to the flashing screens, then don't let me know that you're having a reaction. Just get help for the reaction that you're having. What I'm saying is, if you're having a seizure, don't tweet about it, get the help. Just go. But if you are here and you're well, say hi, how are you? Make sure I'm not just broken everything somehow. Yeah, there's a lot of big littles. Yeah, we'll get the quiz started in a few minutes. If you're joining at this point and you don't know what I'm talking about, and that's fine, you're safe. Hello, Liam. I hope you're well. Yeah. I think there's going to be another 2 quizzes in this room, and then hopefully should be somewhere else for the one after that. So it'll be good. I got myself a job. Excited. Hello, Dale. I'm glad you're well. Good. It's always a risky question to ask if people are well on a Monday. Am I quite quiet? Sorry, I'm subdued today. It's nice. Just to check, am I being quiet? Or do you need to turn your sound up? Or do I need to turn my music down? I can turn my music down. Do that, but it's a customer service representative, so I will be answering phones and then directing them to whoever has the appropriate answer to deal with the problem, or I will be answering the question if I'm able. But it is working from 2 till 10, Monday to Friday, so I will have to re-shugle the quiz once I start. Maybe move it to a Sunday and see how that goes, or maybe just do it less frequently throughout the month. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to wait and see how everything sort of works out. I'm not telling you just turn your music up. Oh, I do need to take that. I'm going to keep the hat on. That's nice. I like my flat cap. Hello, Happy. Good to see you. Yeah, no, it's not a hard job, and I get to speak to people, which I like doing. If you hadn't guessed from this self-attention seeking bullshit that I'm doing just now, which is fun. I really enjoy this. I'm glad other people do. Yeah, no, it's an easy job to get started with, and it pays enough to live. So, yeah, onwards and upwards. Sunday life. What? What's Sunday life? Again, apologies to anyone that was here right at the beginning and oh, okay, Sundays are good. Alright, apologies to anyone that came right at the beginning of the stream and the flashing images if they caused any upset or grief. I am sorry. Didn't think about it. Yeah. Tonight's quiz is tough, fair warned. Call centre work is brutal. It's not call centre as such. I'm not doing any call out work, I'm just doing calls in. So it's not so bad. And it's all remote work. It's all working from home. So that's a bonus. So yeah, I don't know. I'm optimistic, I guess. It's something new, and you know, I work at Sex, for fuck's sake. Like, you know, I feel like most things are a step up. Lovely as Sex is as a company and all the rest, but no, I'll take a non-customer facing role in the current world climate. I'm good with that. Oh yeah, let's get started. Let's do the quiz. Tonight's quiz is tough because you guys are all really good at the quiz. Last 4 weeks, I think we've had every round. The lowest score has been 6, and that was a music round, and that was Oscar, and we expect that. So I've tried to up the difficulty of the questions a little bit. So yeah, if you're finding tonight's quiz a bit tougher than usual, it's because I've tried to make it tougher than usual. That means I've done my job. That's not what it says anymore, is it? It's mean I've done the thing that I set out to do in the first place. Achievements. So yeah, I'm gonna get started, and I'll press the right buttons. I was doing big, small for so long, and I forgot what the buttons were already. There we go. Welcome to the quiz. It's 7:30, so we're gonna start. Yeah, welcome to tonight's quiz, where the rules are mine, and I really don't know them that well. I keep having to reference the hand where they're written down, so we'll see. Yeah, let's get going. Question 1 is from round 1, funnily enough, which is on general knowledge. Question 1 is, which US actor appeared as Nathan Al Green in The Last Samurai, Stacey Jacks in The Rock of Ages, and Nick Morton in The Mummy? Question 1, which US actor, by US we mean American, appeared as Nathan Al Green in The Last Samurai, Stacey Jacks in Rock of Ages, and Nick Morton in The Mummy? It's really happy boppy music playing. I like it. I'm in a good mood tonight, so that means there's going to be either lots of rambling or lots of quiet, happy bopping to myself. I am fine with shutting up. I don't do it often enough. Question 2, according to the nursery rhyme, what was Little Miss Muffet eating? This stare right now of, we know what you're thinking, that's for Abby. I'll do it. That's question 2, according to the nursery rhyme, what was Little Miss Muffet eating? That stare's also for Oscar, realistically. You can have the joint. You can share this. One of you can have the right eye, one of you can have the left. Whichever way around it is for you, I don't know. Anyway, cameras are weird. Yeah, no. Sunday quiz is moving forward. I don't know if it's going to be weekly. It depends how the workload's going to be and how I'm feeling, but I'll keep you updated and I'll just take it as it comes. Yeah. Anyway, question 3, in American football, how many points are awarded for a touchdown? Yay, sports. Question 3, in American football, how many points are awarded for a touchdown? God, this music is so weeby, I love it. There's going to be Pokemon sounds at some point, I promise. Right, question 4. In the Harry Potter novels, what species of owl is Hedwig? Most of the questions I've got tougher. I realise this one is incredibly easy. But, question 4, in the Harry Potter novels, what species of owl is Hedwig? When I put this question in, I had images of people like pointing to their stuffed toys over in the corner. So, yeah. I feel like Leighton has one on a shelf. Big. Hedwig. Right, question 5. How many lines are there in a limerick? Yes. Question 5. How many lines are there in a limerick? If you're asking what is a limerick, you are going to struggle. Struggle? Wow. You are going to struggle with this question. I can edit that later, you know. I don't need to keep in all of my mistakes. I choose to. It's an artistic choice. And we'll move to question 6 once I'm done pulling my own head out of my ass. Yeah, we're good. Right, question 6 then. Which popular salad gets its name from the New York hotel where it was first made? Question 6. Which popular salad gets its name from the New York hotel where it was first made? I don't actually know what even goes in this one. I've never had one. Of this specifically, I've had salads before. Like on burgers and stuff. Right. Checking the things. Yes. Right. Question 7 then. In the game Monopoly, what colour is Coventry Street? That's multiple choice. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coloured properties. 8 different colours of properties. That's not that bad. Question 7. In the game Monopoly, what colour is Coventry Street? An argument of... An argument about Monopoly without even needing the board game present. It wasn't worth it. I just bit off my own tongue. Yeah. I can do the next question. Let's do question 8. What is the acronym for the agency which provides cooperation between police forces worldwide? Question 8. What is the acronym for the agency that provides cooperation between police forces worldwide? I might change this music because I'm enjoying it too much. Though again, a lack of rambling is good, and I don't think I've shut up yet, so I don't know what I'm saying. Don't let me interrupt your train of thought, though. I'm not trying to, you think about the question. It's important. I mean, it was, but now we're on to the next one, so, Question 9. Amethyst is the birthstone for which month? 1 in 12 chance of getting this one right. I'll knock it down. It's not May. May's Emerald. It's me. 1 in 11 chance. But Amethyst is the birthstone for which month? Leighton. No. S.H.I.E.L.D. are specifically a US agency. They are not an international organization. They are strictly a US division. So no. They have Homeland in their name. Oh, don't bring comics into this. I got this. My background's made of comics. You can't see because they're all the way over there, but they are. I don't have any comic stuff on me. I got my Phoenix. I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Number 10. Let's do the last question. Metalmarks, skippers, and swallowtails are common names for family groups of which insect? That's question 10. Metalmarks, skippers, and swallowtails are common names for family groups, should be an S there, of which insect? I'm going to leave that up for a second. And, damn it, Lane. I can talk about AIM as well, but we're not going into this. I was going to say, I'll leave it up for a second, and if anyone wants to ask for any clarification before I go to the answers, you can do, but I'm going to put up the big. Yeah. If anyone wants any clarification on question 10, just ask, because I don't know if that'll... I can't tell if it's a horrible question or not. I can understand it, but then that's because I've seen the answer. Yeah. Oh, I put up some new backgrounds, because some of the old backgrounds were bad. So yeah. This is terrible cyberpunk. But yeah, if everyone's happy enough. Oh. Shield, no. AIM, no. Oh, does AIM mean AOL Instant Messenger? Thank you very much, Oscar. I don't feel so old right now. Right. Okay. Let's go with the answers then. Everyone seems good. I'll push the right button. Question 1. Which US actor appeared as Nathan Albury in The Last Samurai, Stacey Jacks in Rock of Ages, and Nick Morton in The Mummy? That's Tom Cruise. Of course it is. It's terrible. I'm sorry. 2. According to the nursery rhyme, what was Little Miss Muffet eating? Curds and whey. Which isn't that far off the thing you wanted to say. 3. In American football, how many points are awarded for a touchdown? 6. Oh, I'll get to that at the end of the answers. 4. In the Harry Potter novels, what species of owl is Hedwig? It's a snowy owl, of course it is. 5. How many lines are there in a limerick? There are 5, because it's question 5, and yeah, we didn't do it with touchdown, but we'll do it here. 6. What popular salad gets its name from the New York hotel where it was first made? That's the Waldorf, from the Waldorf Hotel. 7. In the game Monopoly, what colour is Coventry Street? Yellow. It's up by where the waterworks are, next to jail. Jail. 8. What is the acronym for the agency which provides cooperation between police forces worldwide? Now, we had SHIELD, we had AIM, we had AOL Instant Messenger. We all know it's Bill Gates. Interpol. 9. Amethyst is the birthstone for which month? It's for February. Yeah, nice. 10. Metal marks, skippers, and swallowtails are all common names for family groups of which insects? And they are grouped in those families because of identifying markers to do with the insects in question. So swallowtails have different tails for their wingtips, skippers flutter in a different way, and metal marks tend to have streaks and stripes and stuff, reflective surfaces through their wings. And it's, yeah, butterflies. I have to explain why they have the different names, because you can argue for moths, but moths whilst having similar names in their family groups do not have family groups which have these specific names. Okay, that took a lot to look up today, which is why I was worried about how the question was worded. Yeah. So yeah, how'd you do? And yes, the koala, Flocky, because Flocky Knocky Habilitation to render useless, because he's a koala, the most useless animal out there. Flocky. And this is a maraca, that's an owl. That's it. That's there to let me that's there to encourage me not to move my hand so close to my face and not to lean so close to the microphone, because it rattles and knocks. So if I put it there, I tend not to bump things as often as when it's not there. So yeah, self-discipline through punishing. That's not healthy, but it's working. So yeah, how'd you do in that round? How were your scores? I'm waiting for the scores now. Mine's bloody good. Even with SHIELD and AIM, and I mean, you could have gone with Hydra. You could have got an AIM, it depends which department and division you're working with, because AIM's broken into different factors, and so is Hydra technically, and blah, 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 blah. It's all messed up. I will sure makes up for the lack of intellect. Further up to Mike, by which I mean the koala, not me. Thanks! Yes. The koala is dumb. I am also dumb, but there's a different level. I have opposable thumbs. He has opposable thumbs as well, doesn't it? And you think you're so bloody smart, don't you? Didn't want to hurt. So yeah, 9s and 10s. Okay. So, the Hydra was I said I made the quiz tougher. I haven't done that well enough. Alrighty, let's go on to round 2. Round 2 is on cartoons. Because, why not? So, question 1. Which cartoon character said, "It's Wabbit season and I'm hunting wabbits, so be very, very quiet"? That's as good as that's getting. Question 1. Which cartoon character said, "It's wabbit season and I'm hunting wabbits, so be very, very quiet"? I'm going to mute myself now while I hate myself. Alright, unmute myself because I read Sophie's comment about koalas having smooth brains, meaning they aren't so clever. Koalas are one of the dumbest creatures on this planet, and I hate them. I hate them. Like, they're cute, don't get me wrong, but they're also just terrible. Same goes for pandas. I'm just... Aww. What was I watching the other day where they kept commenting on brains and saying they wanted them to be squishy? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Damn. You have a squishy brain, you're good. Right, question 2. Which member of the Griffin household is voiced by Seth Green? Just the character's name. It's question 2. Which member of the Griffin household is voiced by Seth Green? Someone said poor pandas. Adele said poor pandas. No. Pandas want to live, they'll do something about it. Stupid pandas, they need to put more effort. And koalas actively live in a place where they eat poisonous leaves that they can't process properly because they want to sleep all the time. They sleep more than sloths. And sloths get a bad rap. We all love sloths. Goodness. Smooth brains and a raging case of chlamydia. Koalas. Question 3. Where did a famous picnic basket stealing cartoon bear live? That's question 3. Where did a famous picnic basket stealing cartoon bear live? I'm looking for the name of the national park in which he lived. Not the country. Or the continent. Or state. Just the national. His home. Where was his home? Oh, I'm going to use that as my feature advert for koalas. Whenever anyone asks me why I don't like them, and it's just going to be, well, smooth brains and chlamydia. You can even say if you want to find koala in the dictionary, it's in between chlamydia and smooth brains. Goodness me. There's so many ways to insult koalas. Anyway, let's not get into that. Question 4. In the Smurfs, why did the villain Gargamel want to capture the little blue creatures, i.e. the Smurfs? That's question 4. In the Smurfs, why did the villain Gargamel want to capture the little blue creatures? Why did he want to capture the Smurfs? Pandas are the only herbivorous carnivores. You are correct, and they are dying off because of it. Because it didn't move. They didn't follow their prey. They just went, sod it, we'll sit here and eat this grass instead. And we'll just learn to like it. And then they realized that it was terrible, so they didn't have any children. Pandas are responsible. Useless, but at least they're responsible. Who would bring a child into this world? Surrounded by grass and no rabbits. Oh, there's a cat going past, but we can't catch it, because we're too tired, because all we've eaten is grass. Pandas. Anyway, question 5. What colour was Mighty Mouse's signature cape? Old school questions, because Leighton's here. I'll go the other way, because I'm pointing to the chat. What colour was Mighty Mouse's signature cape? I think I have far too many opinions about koalas and pandas. Or far too strong an opinion regarding them. Because there's only one opinion, it's not good. Oh, polar grizzly bears. Okay, I looked at paisley bears there and got very confused what we were talking about. I always thought that was maybe something that happened in the back of a club somewhere. I wasn't going to ask for further details. Tell me later. 6. Which cartoon character is stalked by Dr. Von Goosewing? Or was, because the show doesn't exist. Well, they read. No. It's question 6. Which cartoon character is stalked by Dr. Von Goosewing? Smurfed. There is no school like the old school. There's still the education system like the old school, but the school itself has evolved. It's weird that, isn't it? Whole political debates on a terrible quiz stream by a boy in a room. Boy, wow, man in a room. That's not much better, is it? Question 7. The word Simba comes from which language? Simba like the Lion King. The word Simba comes from which language? It is specifically the language. It's very happy boppy music tonight. I like it a lot. Oh, and then it got intense. We're good. Alright, let's do question 8. Which Disney TV cartoon series features TJ, Gretchen, and the Ashleys? That's question 8. Which Disney TV cartoon series features TJ, Gretchen, and the Ashleys? Not so old school. Still pretty old, but not so old school. I don't think Jasper would know the answer to this one, for example. I'd be incredibly impressed if he did. Then, shall we do question 9? Name 2 of the Animaniacs. If you can name all 3, that's amazing. Go for it, get them down bang on. But I only need 2 to be correct for the point. So if you write down 3, you're not going to lose nothing, but there's no benefit. There's no bonus points here. Unless you want to give yourself bonus points, because I have no say in what you do with the. You can make every question worth 10 points if you want. I have no say in the matter. It's my rules, but again, I can't enforce them in any way whatsoever, because I'm just here stuck in a screen. But one day I'll be free. I don't know where that bit was going, but it certainly left. You don't get a bonus for all 3. No. I mean, you can if you want. I don't. It's your quiz. You do what you want, Liam. I'm not giving bonus points. You can take one if you like. Question 10 then. Who provides the voice of Sideshow Bob in The Simpsons? Still true to this day. It's question 10. Who provides the voice of Sideshow Bob in The Simpsons? Back to Pig. Yeah. Cartoons aren't too difficult, I don't think. But, maybe we tripped you up with some. I'll find out in a minute. I pause so everyone can catch up if you want to stop and have an argument or discussion or rewind or repeat the question. You do you. That's fine. Yeah. (1.6 times 10 to the power of 14 over 10. Because you can't have more than 10 out of 10. Because then you have 1 and a following number. You can't, don't get me wrong, do the quiz however you like, but there is still a parameter that is out of however many. So if you multiply how much a point is worth, you have to also multiply how much the answer is worth to be correct. No, not how much the answer is right, but how much the total of the round is right. So if you make each question worth 2 points, then it's out of 20. Because it's still your total points you can get. It's still a percentage of your score. You're still, it's the same. Do you. You do you, Leighton. I'm not going to mansplain things to you, or anyone. Or I hope not. Let's do the answers. Question 1. Which cartoon character said it's Wabbit season and I'm hunting wabbits, so be very, very quiet? I cannot do a good Elmer Fudd impression. Saved my life, but there you go. 2. Which member of the Griffin household family is voiced by Seth Green? That's Chris. Yes. 3. Where did a famous picnic basket stealing cartoon bear live? That was in Jellystone, which is just lovely. Who doesn't want to think of, you know, Yogi Bear and losing all your food to a bear with a hat and a tie that he somehow always manages to keep. He knows he needs to wear clothes, but he's still walking about with his ding dong hanging out. It's not even Pooh Bear in it, it's like full on collar. What's the point? Anyway, 4. In the Smurfs, why do the villain Gargamel want to capture the little blue creatures? This one's a toughie. It's to make a potion to turn things gold. To make gold. For gold. Any of those, take a point. But if you, or to make a potion, take a point. Magic, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, take a point. Just because he was evil or anything like that, not so much, no. Alright, 5. What colour was the Mighty Mouse's signature cake? It was red. It still is red. It will always be red. Mighty Mouse. 6. Which cartoon character is stalked by Dr. Von Goosewing? It's Count Duckula, which was a spin-off from... Oh no. Not Mighty Mouse, Someone's going to tell me in chat, and I know that, and that's okay, because I've forgotten. Danger Mouse, there you go. 7. The word Simba comes from which language? Swahili, it means lion in Swahili. 8. Which Disney TV cartoon series features TJ Gretchen and Ashley's? That's Recess, if you remember that. Well done. 9. Name 2 of the Animaniacs. Wacko, Yakko, or Dot. Any of them. As long as you got 2 of them correct, you got a point. If you want to give yourself a bonus point, that's cool, but make sure you add up to the bonus score at the end, so it's out of 11 instead of out. You see what we do? You see, it's good. Math. And 10. Who provides the voice of Sideshow Bob in The Simpsons? That's Kelsey Grammer. Of course it is. And I double checked that I spelled his name right, because I thought it was AR at the end. But it ain't. Yeah. How'd you just doing that round? How were your scores? Danger Mouse. Yes, thank you, Oscar. I caught it. I do appreciate it. What was this? Random Factoid. I was followed on Twitter for a time by that person, completely random. I gotta look for the person. I did a lot of people. Recess, Swahili, Count Duckula. Gargamel? Oh, Seth Green. Chris? Elmer Fudd. Who were you followed by, Liam? There were so many options. 10 out of 10. Yes, well done, Oscar and Co. How did Sophie and Abby get on? Right, Kelsey Grammer followed you. Okay. See, in the order I got the questions, but the order I got the chat, Danger Mouse came after your comment, so I thought you were suggesting that somehow it was Count Duckula that had followed you. Yeah, 6 out of 10's alright. Most of the questions were, you know, older. Classics, you know, they're there. Yeah. Ones I watched on VHS when I was growing up that were already 10 years old. Jesus. Alright, but now we have Adventure Time and Steven Universe, and they're wonderful. An anime, you know. So, yeah. And those other things as well. Yes, Oscar, we know. You watch your... Yeah. Alright, where are we? Back to the job. And again, not a job. Cartoons is your métier. I don't know what that means. And I don't know if I said it right. But... on with the quiz. Round 4 and round 3 even is on historiography. Question 1. Whose assassination is said to have led to the outbreak of the First World War? Said to have been the straw that broke the camel's back. That's question 1. Whose assassination is said to have led to the outbreak of the First World War? Coke. I am drinking Coca-Cola. It is as exciting as that. It just looks very orange because of the light that I have over there that blinds me, hence the hat. But if the light's off, then it's very dark. And if I just use the light in the room, then I'm backlit, and it's a pain in the backside, because, you know. Attention seeking. Question 2. Which desert is found in southeast Mongolia and in northern China? It's the same desert, but you know, it has a border crossing in it. Well, it doesn't, but it has a border. Anyway, question 2. Which desert is found in southeast Mongolia and northern China? I don't know how you would... It'd very much be a Trump wall type situation, I think, to put a border there in any fashion. But I think it's basically taking that the desert is the border itself, and good luck. I'm going to crack my back after this, I think. Question 3. In which city did Anne Frank write her diary? Question that always looks really bad when you say it with a smile on your face, but it's a really interesting question because, you know, it makes you think. So question 3. In which city did Anne Frank write her diary? I have been to that museum and it's a thing. It's incredibly interesting, I should say, whether it's a hell of an experience. It's just a lot. Yeah. Alright, let's do question 4. Who was the first American president to win a Nobel Peace Prize? To be given a Nobel Peace Prize. Win is, you know what I mean. Question 4. Who was the first American president to receive a Nobel Peace Prize? Don't get me wrong, I am all for the Nobel Peace Prize being some form of competition where people try and outdo each other on good deeds and bringing peace to the world, but don't feel like that's in the spirit of the thing. I do remember Boomerang for watching cartoons. Jesus. Yeah. Old school cartoons. They were good cartoons. I mean, they're terrible, but they were good. Right, let's do question 5. Which Roman emperor ordered his troops to throw their spears into the sea in a vain attempt to battle Neptune? Because he was crazy. Question 5. Which Roman emperor ordered his troops to throw their spears into the sea in a vain attempt to battle Neptune? Like an idiot. I'm going to enjoy my bop. It is boppy music. Is it too boppy? Would someone tell me if it's too boppy? Because I keep asking and everyone's just ignoring it. I realize I keep talking and being a further distraction, but is the music also too boppy to also then be a distraction on top of me talking too much to make more of a distraction? That is the question. No. Asking it's not Shakespeare or nothing, we're just... Right, I'm going to do question 6, but I'm still waiting to see if we're too boppy. Question 6. Mikado is a title given to emperors of which country? That's question 6. Mikado is a title given to emperors of which country? even muted myself to see if there's any comments about the bops, but we're okay. It's not too boppy. No one's saying anything. There we go. Thank you. Just as I said that, it comes up in chat. It is it's a lovely chiptune. Okay, cool, good. Thank you. Right, back to the quiz. Stop stressing. 7. Who was the English king at the Battle of Agincourt? Something that I never learnt about at all the entire time I was in education. That seems silly that I don't know anything about it. So question 7. Who was the English king at the Battle of Agincourt? No, I know literally nothing about the Battle of Agincourt. I mean, I know the answer to the question because I collated the questions and wrote some of them. I know absolutely nothing about the Battle of Agincourt. I'm going to go look that up. Or, I'm going to find a film or TV series that's set during the Battle of Agincourt. And then say that I watched it. And watch a YouTube video with all the essential key points about it. Or a highlight video of that video. I'll get there. Question 8. The youngest sibling that's... This is not question 8. Give me 1 second. I did copy and paste this over, and then I also saved over it, but it has not taken for some reason. So question 8, if you give me a second. A boop. Question 8. What European capital city was the name of the Duke of Wellington's horse? You'd have preferred that other question now, huh? It's question 8. What European capital city was the name of the Duke of Wellington's horse? And now I have to go back to being big. I'm sorry. And so I can go back to the previous slide. There we go. I thought I double checked it today. Apparently I still messed that up. That's fine. I'm going to count that as a victory. Let's do question 9. I'm going to count it as a victory. I'm going to get slated in chat in like 10 seconds from me saying this to me saying it. Question 9. What is the highest mountain that is not in a mountain range? Question 9. What is the highest mountain in the world that is not part of a mountain range? I mean, it does destroy the mystery somewhat. I use the same template every week. I just put more questions on top of the old slides and delete and replace them. Shh, don't tell anyone. It takes about 2 hours to go through the 130 slides and collate all my questions and put them all in an order that I like. If there's a media around, there's an extra 3 hours that needs to go into that nonsense. There isn't a media around tonight, sadly, because I couldn't think of what to do, and then I was back to work for the weekend. Yeah, time just sort of passed. And I didn't come up with an answer. So, yeah, there might be a media round next week. There might not. There might be a picture round that we even said or something, but I'll have to think about it through the week and put a bit more effort in next week's. Yeah. I'm fixing to romp through history. Oh, cool. I'm glad that my ramble made sense. Let's do question 10. In which century did Robert the Bruce become King of Scotland? Let's see how many people that had a different country's education would know this one. I don't know if this gets taught that well in school, because it wasn't really taught to me either. Anyway, question 10. In which century did Robert the Bruce become King of Scotland? Technically. You can write that down as a century, or you can write that down in the hundreds. You can literally do what you want, because I'm just a voice on a screen. And do nothing. Again, there's been lots of thumbs up this week. I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to have to restrict the number of thumbs. Cut one off or something. I feel like there's a lot more less self-destructive steps before we get to removing of fingers though. Well, thumbs aren't technically fingers. Oh no, I've taught myself into it. Jodie Taylor books for a half fictional romp through history. Just one damn thing after another is the starter for 12. And her description of Battle of Agincourt will make me cry. I don't know if it will. I'm not that sentimental about people that died in the past, sadly, in wars and things, but yeah, it's 100 years ago. I'm sort of, you know, oh well. I may now have to go look up this Jodie Taylor book. Or again, some sort of nice, short, abbreviated video. You know, cliff notes of some form. In a more bite-sized, digestible form for somebody who has an attention span that goes of about 30 seconds. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the answers. Oh, I'll push the right button. No, I didn't push the right button. There we go. Question 1. Whose assassination is said to have led to the outbreak of the First World War? It is Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Pretty sure I didn't need the hyphen in Archduke, but I put it there anyway. But Archduke Franz Ferdinand. I said, don't you know. He said, oh no, I got a sandwich. And then he died. Not from the sandwich. 2. Which desert is found in southeast Mongolia and in northern China? It's the Gobi Desert. The Gobi. It's fun to say Gobi. 3. In which city did Anne Frank write her diary? She wrote it in Amsterdam. And, yeah. It's a hell of a thing. 4. Who was the first American president to win a Nobel Peace Prize? It was Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt himself. No relationship to Franklin D, unless you go by marriage, which we shouldn't, because no, it's blood. 5. Which Roman emperor ordered his troops to throw their spears into the sea in a vain attempt to battle Neptune? It's Caligula, or Caligula, if you haven't ever heard it pronounced before. Like Hermione. 6. Mikado is a title given to emperors of which country? And that's Japan. 7. Who was the English king at the Battle of Agincourt? That was Henry V, which clearly Oscar, who both loves and hates Jodie Taylor's books, and Sophie should have got correctly, because good job, guys. 8. What European capital city was the name of the Duke of Wellington's horse? Well done if you got this one. It was Copenhagen. I don't know if it was pronounced Copenhagen or Copenhagen, but I'm not going to go and find out, because the Duke of Wellington is dead. And I don't think the horse knew his own name to even ask the horse. I also imagine the horse is dead. 9. What is the highest mountain that is not in a mountain range? It's Mount Kilimanjaro. And 10. In which century did Robert the Bruce become King of Scotland? That was the 14th century, in the 1300s. Yeah. And I've been banging on about the bops the whole time we've been going through the quiz, and they've stopped. And I don't know why it stopped. Oh no. Why was the video paused? It's a 3-hour video. Okay, well now it's changed to different music. But that's fine too. And, oh no, I'm on all the wrong blimmin' places. There we go, back to being big. How did you do in that round? How's your scores? I can relate being ginger. Okay, fair enough, yes. Sophie just went on a whole other tangent. No, I don't want any beef with Wellington. No. I think me and him could be friends. Oscar and Co got 8. Nice. No response from the horse. Wow. I love it. I love that you all make jokes as bad as I make them to make me feel better. A 10 out of 10, Sophie's back up. I think by score that's you back tied, is it? Where are we? If everyone's doing score properly, what do we get? 10, 6, and 1.6 times 10 to the power of 14. I do remember that, yes. Smooth brain koalas. Right, so we've got 9, 10. Oh, one ahead. I'm not going to tell you which one's ahead. You can go do the math yourself. I will, however, tell you what the next round is going to be. Because, again, though not my job, it is kind of why I'm here. So, round 4. At this point in writing the quiz, I'll be honest, I got myself in a bit of a good mood. And I've started being a bit silly since. So today has been all the blether, but it's been rather a silly day for me. So, dealing with that, round 4 is on human bodily boo. Ta-da! So yeah, This is the round 4 in the human bodily boo, and it gets worse. Question 1. What treatment is based upon the idea that there are energy channels in the feet that relate to every organ and function of the body? Question 1. What treatment is based upon the idea that there are energy channels in the feet that relate to every organ and function of the body? What I like about this question is the fact that it both suggests it in a way of which it is beneficial and good, whilst at no point citing it as some form of fact. It's based upon the idea. Not has been proven. I love it. The thumb again. I didn't answer your question, sorry. Near response from the horse. No. No, there wasn't a response from the horse. Oh, Abby, what was that? You asked me what I was drinking. I told you it was Coke. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. I did a rant on it. What are we on about? Did we ask other questions? Have I missed other things? What are you drinking, Jack? I'm curious. It's always Coca-Cola. Hashtag not spawn. Alright, question 2. The ceruminous. I had to look that up. The ceruminous gland is found in which part of the body? This question 2. The ceruminous gland is found in which part of the body? I say ceruminous, I didn't really look it up. I kinda did, and it said to say it's ceruminous. It might be ceruminous, but that doesn't sound right either. Ceruminous? No. Ceruminous. Don't Google it. Oh, okay, cool. Mayo is sometimes at night. Nice. No, it doesn't. It looks like iron brew or something. Because of the, again, did I not rant about the light and the thing? I'm sure I had a rant about that. Rewind the video back and see. I'm sure I had a rant about Coke and the light and the thing because attention seeking. Go back to when you asked the question. I definitely did a rant. I've done rants on koalas, pandas, and the owl rattle shaker. I must have done a rant on the lights. Where are we? Oh, you're making a lot of noise. Stop it. Question 3. That's where we are. What is the body's second largest organ after the skin? Or if you want, what is the body's largest internal organ? That would have been an easier way of phrasing that, but we didn't go for it. So question 3. What is the body's second largest organ after the skin? To be fair, like, again, the lighting and the camera and whatnot, I mean, my shirt's much more white than this and my skin's not as much more pink than I look here. I don't get much sun. We don't get much sun. I mean, it's Aberdeen, you know. I don't even know if my hair is as blue as the camera picks up to be. No, it's nowhere near as blue. It's much more like wishy-washy. Lies on the internet. Who knew? Question 4. Which is the most flexible muscle in the body? That's question 4. Which is the most flexible muscle in the body? I'm saying nothing. Okay, we done. We caught up. I don't know because the chat hasn't updated, but let's move on. Question 5. Which organ produces insulin? Question 5. Which organ produces insulin, or inside of which organ is insulin produced? Because I know it's the gland. Don't think most of that was words near the end there, I'll be honest. Just a lot of undulating. So the words you don't get to say nearly enough in your life. Unless, I suppose if you have very specific Reddit searches. I don't know. It's a good word, though. Anyway, question 6. The rate at which the body produces energy from nutrients is controlled by which gland in the neck? Question 6. The rate at which the body produces energy from nutrients is controlled by which gland in the neck? I asked this question once before and somebody said that it was your mouth, because your mouth was a gland, and if you just controlled your fucking mouth, you wouldn't eat so fucking much. I stopped eating for like 5 days after that, asshole. Jesus. It's funny though. Also, if I don't have the light on, the smoke, the vape plumes look really... And they look pretty when I have the light on, you know? It's nice seeing them. Anyway, it's gross, but it's nice. Question 7. What is the outer layer of the skin called? Question 7. What is the outer layer of the skin called? I believe this question was... No, it was written from a beautician's perspective, but, like... She's completely correct, so... And it's worded fine. Yeah. I like this question too, actually. These were all, you know, onions. Not in a Shrek way, just... You got layers. You can't help it. Yep. Question 8 then. Shall we do question 8? Yes. Question 8. The mandible is the scientific name for which bone? That's question 8. The mandible is the scientific name for which bone? It's funnier one way than it is the other, that's for sure. From now on, I am going to call it the mandible. Oh, I like that stress in that one. Mandible and undulating. Tonight has been a good night for words. Oh! Oscar, that is incredibly ambitious. You trying to be my nemesis again? You spent the last 4 rounds writing a limerick to make me blush. I would say it takes quite a lot to make me blush. Fluster? Easy. I will. If you haven't noticed, ramble with no encouragement whatsoever. But blush? Maybe, we'll see. We'll get in between the rhyme. Question 9, let's do question 9. What is the more... See, I'm already flustered. Oh, Oscar. What is the more common name for the medical condition of periorbital hematoma? It's question 9. What is the more common name for the medical condition of periorbital hematoma? I put this question in for Wilf because I thought it would be fun. And I haven't seen it in the chat. Wilf, are you there? I hope so. I also like that my quiz is so interesting to Oscar that he's decided, rather than taking part, to spend his time writing a limerick. Real stab in the back there, Oscar. Doing all this rambling for you. You're writing me a poem. With 5 lines. Oh, we're here. I'll do question 10 and then I'll read it. Okay. Question 10. Where in the human body would you find the scaphoid bone? It's question 10. Where in the human body would you find the scaphoid bone? You can't make it scaphoid. It doesn't become funny. Scaphoid. I'm sorry. Oh wow. Okay, I got the first 2 lines of the limerick and I'm already happy. I'm going to make myself big in screen. And then we'll move on to the answers in just a second. After I've read out the poem that Oscar has written for me. Once he writes up the next two lines. There was a young fellow called Jack, whose OnlyFans address we lack. On watching his quiz, I feel like I know where the next line is going by my understanding of a limerick. We go into a tiz. Okay. You saved that, Oscar. Well done. Thinking of him in the sack. There was a young fellow called Jack whose OnlyFans address we lack. On watching his quiz, we go into a tiz thinking of him in the sack. Who is we in this situation? Because it's weird. Thank you, Oscar. That was lovely. Again, flustered. Nose a blush. When we talk about going Sophie for going Sophie, nope. Nope. I'm not going to continue that because it's just going to... It's worse. I feel like I need to clarify now. But I'm not going to. Thank you, Oscar. I like that. Let's do the answers. It's not Leighton. That's fine. That's... Well, I mean, if it's everyone else and not Leighton, I feel like I'm letting you, leaving you out, and that's not... You're welcome to join in. No, I don't really feel embarrassment. Yeah? Oh. Answers. Let's do them. Round 4 on Bibbity Bodily Booze. What treatment is based upon the idea that there are energy channels on the feet that relate to every organ and function of the body? That's reflexology. Yes. A thing. 2. The ceruminous gland is found in which part of the body? It's your ear. It's the bit that makes earwax. Enjoy your supper. 3. What is the body's second largest organ after the skin? It's the liver. Of course it is. The largest internal organ, the liver. 4. Which is the most flexible muscle in the body? It's your tongue. That bit. 5. Which organ produces insulin? I get that it's a gland that produces insulin, but it's a gland in your pancreas. It's your pancreas. Yeah, it has a purpose. It houses a thing. You know it. 6. The rate at which the body produces energy from nutrients is controlled by which gland in the neck? That's your thyroid gland. Yes, it is. 7. What is the outer layer of the skin called? It's your epidermis. 8. The mandible is a scientific name for which bone? It's that freaky one that ants have at the front that do that. Oh, I don't like it. But no, it's your jawbone. It's your jawbone. I suppose it's the same for that. But anyway. 9. What is the more common name for the medical condition of periorbital hematoma? That's a black eye. Because periorbital meaning to be the eye and hematoma meaning to be bruised. Yeah. And 10. Where in the human body would you find the scaphoid bone? It's in the wrist. It's down here below your thumb. And it is technically in the wrist. If you wrote down hand, then it's the wrist. And if you wrote down the lower part of the hand, then it's the wrist. And if you wrote down arm or forearm, then it's the wrist. I guess I'm saying if you didn't write down wrist, you got it wrong. But you can have that argument yourself. That's up to you. But how did you do? Let me know. Where are we? Oh no, the conversation went wild, didn't it? Because of the... Oh no. We're going to... I think you're in this... I like to say it's not you. That's fine. Seam blushing. Huh. There was a young fellow named Jack, but a young lady he lacked. He was fairly hairy. The girls found him scary, so he got himself a-waxed. A-waxed. I love autocorrect sometimes. Thank you. Back, sack, and crack. No, thank you. 8, well done. 10 out of 10 with the resident medical genius who's Abby. Well done, Abby. Good job. Ooh, that means there's 2 points, 3 points difference now. I can count. Well, this is good. It's not often that it's just 2 teams. It's not like I'm just speaking to the 2 teams because I don't care about that. But it's you twos, and you're against each other. And just now, there is 3 points in the score, and that's it. So, you know, a deciding round of some form would be quite good, I think. And you're all smart. You're all cautious enough that I think we should just do going for gold, but in full-on hard mode. So, we're going to do that. It's going for gold. All the questions are 50-50. They're all true or false, straight off the bat. You get a point if you get it right. If you say nothing, and I mean, don't confirm on an answer. You can talk about it. You can say, well, I think this, well, I think this. But if you don't go, it is this, then that's fine. If you say it is this and you're wrong, then you get no points for the round. I'm over-explaining it for dramatic effect, but you all know what's going on at this point. This is like the third one we've done. So, yeah, there's 3 points difference between the two teams, so this is exciting for me. Get it right, get a point. Get it wrong, write down an incorrect answer, you get no points for the whole round. So, you know. Take a chance, but not too much of a chance. So, round 5. So much gold to go for. Question 1. True or false? Edinburgh is further east than Carlisle. It's question 1. True or false? Edinburgh is further east than Carlisle. If you don't know where either of those places are, good luck. Yeah. See, it's like dragon plumey things, and without the light, it's just no one wants fluff. I'm not none of this Beat Nation bollocks, but it's nice that it doesn't look as disgusting as it actually is. Right, let's do number 2. President Theodore Roosevelt's son was called Kermit. Is that true or false? Was Teddy Roosevelt's son called Kermit? And then the obvious follow-up question is, which came first? Is it like soul jumping? Do we have a full-on Chucky situation? I mean, more importantly, is it true or is it false? Do you want to guess? We'll see. Number 3. Quaker is another name for a Mormon. True or false? And I do mean officially is another name for it. It's not just what you call them. Question 3. Quaker is another name for a Mormon. It's not like Donald Trump where he talks about people that follow the Islamic faith and people that are Arabic. You can't just decide that they're somehow the same thing. It's Eskimos and Inuits, that's what it is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine, but I do. And something just made a loud thump outside in the hallway, so who knows. Question 4 then. A dowager is a widower of a peer or a baronet. Is that true or false? That's question 4. A dowager is the widow of a peer or a baronet. Because Prince Philip's dead, didn't he? So I found this one quite interesting. I'm going to have to get on because I can hear my PC ticking up a little bit. It is getting warm in here because of the bloody light. But again, no light, no dragon steamy things. You know, I want to keep both. Right, where are we? Number 5. Sideburns were named after a prominent waiter, a General Ambrose E. Burnside. True or false? Question 5. Sideburns were named after a prominent wearer, the General Ambrose E. Burnside. Are sideburns named after General Ambrose E. Burnside? Yes or no? True or false? I mean, you can read it. It's there. I think I could just do it. I don't even need to be here. I like the rambling too much. And this is more fun for me than a Zoom call. Yeah. Let's do number 6 then. True, false, guess, don't guess, points. The area of a circle is given by the formula pi times d, where d stands for diameter. So to over-explain it, the area of a circle is given by the formula pi times the diameter of the circle. Is that true or false? There's going to be one person in each group that just instantly is like, brr! And then do a double think. I'm guessing Leighton in one and Sophie in the other. Good. Leadership quality. Question 7. Mel Gibson was born in Australia. True or false? Mel Gibson, the raging, homophobic, drunk, miserable, God only knows human thing, was born in Australia. True or false? Sorry, it's a similar thing with Mel Gibson to Cliff Richard, the creepy bastard. I can't. Again, if I get sued by any of these people, it's going to be more hilarious than anything else. Shall we do question 8 then? More true or false? Male wasps have no sting. True or false? Male wasps have no sting. And by sting I do mean fully functional stinger. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl if you have a stinger, if you're a wasp. Yeah or nay? The true or the false? And I did a bit of Googling on this one and I'm prepared to argue. A minimal amount. I think this is the only round though where the answers are the answers. Yeah. I'm enforcing the rules. Finally. Did it. Number 9. 3 times more people were killed in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake than on the Titanic in 1912. Is that true or false? I will say this is there are no trick questions in the true or false rounds. There's no trick questions in the going for gold rounds. Like the 1906 San Francisco earthquake was a thing. The Titanic in 1912 was a thing. There's no trick dates or any of that bullcrap. I'm no interest in that. It's not fun. So yeah. Question 9. 3 times more people were killed in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake than on the Titanic in 1912. Is that true or false? I don't do trick questions in pub quizzes. Oh, there was one, but it's terrible. How far can a London bus go on half a tank full of petrol? 0 miles, because they're diesels, and now they're electric. But that question's terrible, and it's no fun. No one wants a trick question. You put up with enough bullshit during a quiz as it is. The Quizmaster for one. Right, let's do question 10 then. Last question of the round and the quiz. Question 10. True or false? You can still be executed for certain crimes in England. Execution is still an allowable form of punishment in England. True or false? That's question 10. You can still be executed for certain crimes in England. Again, executed. True or false? Because you can be killed for multiple reasons in England, don't get me wrong, but, you know, specifically executed by the court, yada yada, you know, it's not just you walk down the wrong street, or you live in Gateshead, you know, it's none of these things. Oh, I've just realised that in this looping gif, there's someone above me who also appears to be using a vape. Or eating chewing gum? What is that an advert for? I don't know why I'm squinting into the screen. I have it full screen somewhere else, but yes. Anyway, I'm giving you a minute so you can double circle the ones that you want to go with, and I'm trusting you're going to hold yourself accountable for if you make a mistake, and you know, So, have a look through the round if you want, go back, write down, update, whatever. I'll give you another 20 seconds, and then I will go over the answers. Mainly because these rounds tend to cause arguments, and I live off that drama. It's just as satisfying. I didn't think it would be, but it's just as satisfying seeing it as a chat as it used to be hearing it in the pub. So, the answers. Question 1. True or false? Edinburgh is further east than Carlisle. That's false. Carlisle is further east than Edinburgh by a fair... It's like 50 odd miles, I think it is. You don't believe me? Load up Google Maps and come back. Pause the video. That's fine. It is. So, false. Number 2, President Theodore Roosevelt's son was called Kermit. Is that true or false? That's true. That's why Kermit the Frog is Kermit the Frog. Apparently. 3, a Quaker is another name for a Mormon. That's false. That's not true at all. Nope. No, Quakers and Mormons are not the same faith. 4, a dowager is the widow of a peer or a baronet. Is it true? Is it false? I'll be honest, I can't remember. It's true. And I forgot to put the A in the second one. But it is true. A dowager is the widow of a peer or a baronet. That's not to say that you have to be a widow of a peer or a baronet to be a dowager, but if you are a widow of a peer or a baronet, you are a dowager. I don't know if it stretches further than that. I'm not going to look it up. It's very sad. 5, sideburns were named after a prominent wearer, General Ambrose E. Burnside. That's true. Yep. That's why they're called sideburns, because of Burnside. Yep. 6th area of a circle is given by the formula of pi times the diameter of that circle. That's false. Pi d would give you the circumference of the circle. Pi r squared would give you the area, or pi d squared over 2, d over 4. Yeah, d over 2 squared. Yeah. Math, you know, you're good. 7, Mel Gibson was born in Australia. No, he was born in America. He was raised in Australia, and nobody knows where he developed the attitude problem and all the other issues he's got. But, yeah, they're there. 8, male wasps have no sting. Now, that is true. Male wasps do not have a stinger as far as the people who study wasps would class it as a stinger. Some of them can have a pointy protrusion in their bums, but they don't have the stinger that female wasps have. The idea of something having venom and having the ability to be barbed and replaced and losable and all that jam. Yeah. Learned a thing. 9, 3 times more people were killed in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake than on the Titanic in 1912. That's false. Sadly, it's the other way around. 3 times more people died on the Titanic in 1912 than died in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, because people got themselves to safety because they didn't have to worry about jumping on lifeboats. But also it was mainly like structural damage and stuff. There wasn't a lot of fire and things. People were good. And 10, you can still be executed for certain crimes in England. In York, you can be shot if you are a Scotsman carrying a weapon or a bagpipe on a Sunday morning and all of that. No, it's all politics. It's false. It's false. No crimes, no executable crimes in England anymore. Not even treason. You can be locked up for life, but there's no execution as such just now. And long may that be the case. So, that is the quiz. That is the end of it. That is the final round. How many of yous, bearing in mind the rules for the final round of going for gold, of if you get it wrong, you go, alright, I got it wrong, and you get no points for the round. Bearing all of that in mind, who did you do? What were your scores? And do I need to send anybody a card to say I'm sorry for causing a fight? On someone else's behalf, potentially. I don't know. 7. Good job. What 3 did you not trust yourself on? I am curious. I've got the funny feeling that if any team here would know about Burnside, it's going to be... Please don't ask legal questions to 2 lawyers. I explained it. Oh, it's fine. Yeah. I'm sorry. I can send you a card. I can offer condolences or a bottle of whiskey. I could bring down a bottle of whiskey, actually. I'm going to bring down a bottle of whiskey. 5, 8, and 9. What was 5, 8, and 9 again? Scrolls back, scrolls back, scrolls back. 5, sideburns after journal Burnsides. Really? That's surprising. 8, Millwall's having no stings. That's fair enough. That one threw me, I'll be honest. And 9, I seem to have that fact in my head from somewhere long ago. But yeah, most of these were new to me today as well, which is why it was quite interesting. So yeah. Got 5 right, 8 and 9 wrong. Okay. But you didn't confirm them as answers before, so therefore you still get your 7. Yeah, there we go. Playing the game. Well, that does mean that of the 2 teams that took part live, Sophie and Abby have won. Getting 10 out of 10 in that round, which is incredibly well done. Good job. Sorry for causing an argument, but yeah, if it worked out and you got 10 out of 10, can't argue with that. You've won out of the 2 teams tonight with a difference of 5 points. Is my understanding. It might be 6 points, I don't know, but yeah. If anyone's playing along with this later on the YouTube, then grand, and feel free to leave your scores below. That's ace. Congrats. But yeah. Fair enough. Sophie knew in the weird area about sideburns, and Abby had to educate on male wasps and posh widows. Hey, I always thought dowagers just meant they were posh. I thought it just meant they had some form of money at the same time. I didn't think it had anything to do with their partners. But yeah, no, I thought it was their title and then they had them. You do get 7 points for your fabulous limerick. You were going to get 10, but then you called it fabulous, and I can't give 10 points to self-affirmation. I can't. I just... Proud of you for having that self-affirmation. Damn right you deserve it, but I can't reward that with points. So you can have 7. You can have 7. We'll do that. Okay. I did like the limerick though. It was nice. Thank you. I say thank you now. I'm going to have to... It will be recorded forever here. If ever I need that, I was going to say I'll write it down, but if ever I need it, I just have to rewatch this video and yeah, go through the chat, which is quite nice and rewarding in itself. Thank you, Lane. Thank you everyone for taking part. I hope you had fun, if nothing else. I did. I enjoyed ranting. It was nice. So yeah. For anyone that's concerned, by the way, I'm just off my meds. I'm back on them tomorrow or the day after. No, I'll be back on them tomorrow, and I'm picking up a resupply tomorrow. But yeah, I'm in a very good mood, and it's been fun. Only limericks. No! The Queen Mother was technically a dowager queen. Yeah, that was the point I was making. Was I wasn't sure if it meant that they had to only be, you could only be a dowager if you were married to a baronet, or if it was that specific, or if it was that other people could be a dowager. It's just that that fitted inside of that bracket. The owl, stop. There you go. Yeah. Only limericks I like. Great game. Rivals. Wow. I think Rivals is better than Nemesis, which you were going with last week, so I do enjoy that. But yes, and it is Coca-Cola. I'm not getting shouted at for this. There you go. You even mirrored so that you can see it. Good job. But yeah. I had fun. It is now running on a bit. I have been... Well, it's not like I have a time to be done by, but my legs are getting sore because the sciatica's a bitch. So I am going to head off. But thank you all for taking part. I'd have more of a catch up, but yeah, no, I'm just a bit sore, and I'm going to have some grub so I can take more meds. Because these pain meds are good. That might be why I'm in the good mood. That would do it. Well, I'm not going to complain. But yeah, a lot of fun. Enjoyed this quiz. Enjoyed being able to ramble, and I hope that you did not hate the fact that I was rambling as much as I was. But yeah, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for taking part in tonight's quiz, and I will see you next week. Yeah, I'll be back on Monday. Nothing is changing next week. I will keep you up to date on whatever's going on moving forward. Yeah. Everybody take care and have fun. Bye-bye. Oh, I gotta go. Bye. And then I have to wait to see the bye in the YouTube so that I can go bye and actually end the stream. I'm actually just waiting for the wave so I can say bye.